揽投资，国内专业的互联网理财平台，收益超银行活期数倍，已为众多用户带来丰厚收益。揽投资，理财新选择。谈及以色列对创新人才的培养，有一点不得不提，那就是其独一无二的兵役制度。在以色列，每个年满18岁的人都要去部队服役2至3年，有的时间更长。兵役结束后，他们多数会进入大学读书。不过，兵役的以色列学生心智更加成熟，也有着更为清晰的人生目标。众多以色列创业公司创始人都有着难忘的服兵役经历，在军队里的压力考验，也为他们日后在商海拼搏打下基础。以色列创业公司 Windward 是目前世界上唯一一家提供并分析世界海上相关数据的公司。这家公司是由2个以色列前海军舰长阿米丹尼尔和马坦佩雷德联合创立的。丹尼尔在接受采访时表示 ，Windward 的创业点子正是他7年海军服役的经历中萌发的。
How many years have you served the military?
I served for 7 years in the Navy. We have a mandatory period of 3 years. In addition, I signed for an additional 4.
Were you in any elite program?
Yes, and here the Naval Officer Program is considered one of the top 3 programs of the Army.
So what are the selection requirements to get admitted to such elite group in Army?
Selection requirement, it's a compiling of your grades, your physical strength. Then they do a specific 4 or 5 day special test in which all the candidates come in and they make you run a lot and test how strong you are mentally, and only guys who pass this 5-day stage start the training program. The training program is 2 years. In a training program, statistically, only 30% finish the training program, which is after all of that.
How did you first come up with this idea to run Windward?
Both Matan and myself are ex-Navy, and we left the Navy, and we said we just want to work together because we served a lot of years together on ships. We had a gut feeling that a lot of things sail the seas, all the world's cargoes. 90% of the world's cargoes are transported by sea, but nobody really knows what's happening there. So we connected that to a very clear business need, which is for illegal fishing. So the world's, according to the World Bank, the world is losing around $50 billion a year from illegal fishing, which is unregulated and illegal fishing globally. So we started by establishing the company and raising money to solve that problem, whilst trying to solve illegal fishing. We understood that in order to say who's fishing illegally, you actually need to know who's sailing the seas, which means you can solve intelligence problems and finance challenges and optimization, traffic optimization challenges, so the problem is that much bigger. So we start from a specific use case, but then we scale it up to something wider, if it makes sense.
So can we say that without your military service, you would not sit here today?
Yes, I guess so. It's kind of something that forms your personality. I'm not sure it has a one-to-one connection, but definitely being a naval officer, makes you stronger mentally, it teaches you a lot of things specifically under combat, so yes.
Would you please elaborate the lessons you've learned in the Army?
First of all, preparation matters. So in the Army, you prepare until you fight, and then you're supposed to win. So specifically, my experience shows that the better you prepare, the better you can fight, and vice versa. It sounds like trivial, but feeling it under fire is different than knowing it theoretically under the neon. So that's number one. Number two, it takes time to go places. Ships sail slowly. It takes time. So big things happen slowly. Same here when we're trying to build a global company, which is very big and very successful with our partners from Horizons, and we're happy for them to share our vision for doing that. And that takes time. There are no magic tricks in our business.
So patience.
I would say patience and persistence, because in our culture in Israel, failing is okay.
Chutzpah.
Chutzpah, yeah. I think, I'm not sure chutzpah is the feeling is okay. Is having the nerve to tell people, you know what, you've been doing this for 300 years. That's great, but we know how to do it better. That's kind of chutzpah. I'm talking about understanding that it's a long, long road, and it's comprised out of a lot of, thousands of tasks, thousands of challenges, tens of thousands of meetings, and it's okay to fail in some of them. If you, as long as at the end you succeed. Any more lessons? In today's world, learning is a required capacity. There was an article called "The Best Leaders Are Learners," and that article said that you have to constantly be learning and developing and evolving and understanding new technologies, new businesses, new business models, etc., in order to be successful. So you have to do that with a team that you need to manage. You have to convey and delegate that understanding, but you also have as an entrepreneur to be one step ahead. As a naval officer, it's kind of the same. You need to delegate a lot of responsibilities. You need to make sure that people know to do the job, but still you always have to have the picture and the understanding of what's going to be to come next. What's going to happen in an hour? What's going to happen in 10 hours? What's going to happen in a day? What am I supposed to be careful or to look for?